everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations to look at today. I'm kind of excited here. So the very first creation, by the way, all of these are for Reforged Eden 2, or being shown in Reforged Eden 2, but the CPUs and parts and everything seem to check out with all the creations today, I believe. So the very first creation here today is the Indominus RE2 by ozfresh, and this is a I believe a combat CV. I'm pretty sure it's combat CV. And very cool looking build here. I like these texture lights on the front. I want to check out the LCD work here too. Oh, that's cool. It's got that really cool like LCD projection going on across the front here. So this is kind of doing like a fork design where you've got a center cutout section and then areas of weaponry on the inside. And it kind of looks like we do have a bridge back in this this area right over here. Let's look at the rest of the ship here. Front end's really cool though, gotta say. We got some our reverse thrust right there. I like this fold out piece here. That's kind of cool. You can kind of see right through there. It's kind of all angled and everything. And behind there, what's behind there? Ah, just part of the thruster, but it's kind of glowing. This probably look really cool at night too. It's got a lot of neat like white texture lights that would shine through on it. And then the rear section here is kind of doing the same idea. It's got a big sweeping like piece of armor. Looks like we've got a big gun here in the middle. A couple antennas on the sides, but I think it's probably set up so you could upgrade that to probably a bigger gun. Because when you think you're dealing with the biggest gun, there's always bigger guns. I'm not even sure if this is a gun or that's an antenna, though. Maybe that's all antennas right now. Yeah, I think it is, actually. That's not a real gun right there. Oh, I like the name on the side, too. Got that kind of lower shade of gray below it there. That looks really cool. I'm starting to get the idea that there's a lot of the hull, not all of it, though, but a lot of the hull may be built with Xeno blocks. Oh, look at the back area here. Oh, I like that display. It's got the LCD over it, and you can obviously see the shield and warp drive on the inside there. And looks like we got some of those alarm sentries, I think, in the back there. Various weapon mount positions on the top here. And what is going on here? Oh, that was a blast door. Oh, wow. This looks a little bit too luxurious on the inside here. I see plants and fancy staircases and stuff, but that's a trip. Why? Oh, that's an LCD over the top of the blast door that's doing that. It almost looked like it was like that metal grate piece, that decal part, but the shape was too big. It was like those were smaller little rings in there. So that's literally an LCD. That's meant to look kind of like those grates. Oh, that's really cool. I like this this texture light line going across the edge here too. That looks really cool. That's a neat looking blast door set up there. It's a nice trick because looking at the blast doors, I mean the textures on those are very repetitive. So you could you know, having those on display in a large format, it's kind of I don't know, it doesn't look great. But what the author did here, that looks really cool and a good way to hide those all those blast doors in there. That's slick. That is a slick idea. But yeah, very cool ship here on the outside. So let's get aboard here. I'm going to do a little thing, so I want to just take a look at some of the materials that this is built out of. So it looks like we got some hardened steel. I've seen some steel back there, some combat steel, so it's obviously very much mixed materials. What I wasn't sure if it had Xeno in it. And seeing some textures like this, yeah, it does have Xeno too. So it's a complete mixture of hull blocks on this. Again, being a combat ship, it has to be strong where it needs to be strong, but if the whole thing is super heavy and strong, then it's too slow, basically. So it just adds in that extra bit of complications, especially with combat CVs and things like that. But wow, really cool build here. I'm not sure where I want to come in at. I guess, oh yeah, I didn't even notice this lower section before when I was looking. I was so taking a look at the top side here that there's this whole like armor piece that goes around the bottom and then into a hangar door over here that almost looks like it's got like a glass roof over this section from those LCDs. Not quite, but I don't know, kind of. That's a really cool looking effect there, I gotta say. Really lights up in here too. I don't have any lights going on here or anything like that. Oh yeah, and these retract when you get over here. So we got some staircases in this section, a bunch of sentry guns around the area here that are set up on sensors. And I'm going to get out of God mode. Let's put away the multi-tool a second. And let me adjust the lighting here real quick too. We'll take a tour through the interior. So I think I got it. Yeah, it's pretty dark right now. So this ship really lights up though. So it makes it easy to see what's going on here. So you got a double hangar doors with the, looks like a blast door in the middle of those, I think. Or maybe that's not a blast door. Is it? Even that's a trip. Yeah, no, I think we're just looking at two hangar doors here. Yeah, it's not a blast door in the middle. So we got a railgun emplacement up above here. Nice hangar location. Oh, this is a trippy looking LCD. Oh, that looks cool too. Oh, I'm looking at it backwards here. Yeah, very cool. Very creative on the LCD stuff here. This almost looks like some kind of digital pixely thing. I don't know. It looks really cool though. I like how that the side is a different shade and you kind of see a couple different colors in there. Plus the text over the top of it. So basically is talking about all kinds of things, including painted red can be removed. Okay, so upgrade positions on the ship too. Let me check the P menu option before I go further. So it looks like most things are on. The top hangar door, which I think we experienced already. Just wanted to see if we had something else. There's guides and man, this thing's really set up with P menu options. Decent sealed on here too, right off the gates. 30,474. All right, so some of the newer light pieces here. So let's go up this pretty crazy staircase, and we get back into a farming section over here. Holy cool. Okay, I wasn't sure if the ship was going to have all this kind of stuff, but look at that back wall, kind of giving you the mood of like I don't know, being out in nature with all kinds of greenery. That's cool. Hardwood floors in here. We got our food processors over here. That's kind of neat too. Obviously, there's some places for some upgrade parts in here too. For some reason, so obviously that's a red one too. So that is definitely a part upgrade location there. For some reason, those LCDs aren't on. Here, let's put some of this stuff on here. Maybe it's one of those. Yeah, there it is. I wanted to see that. Okay, so we got auxiliary core placement areas. So this is definitely set up to go to beyond core 9. If it's giving you locations for auxiliary cores. That's really cool. I was just looking at the shaping going on here. Yeah, I know what block that is, but done with the marble, with the wood, and the other colored marble, and the crazy Art Deco stuff going on here. That is really, really cool. Didn't expect that. I mean, this whole ship here is like, it's a combat CV, but at the same time, it kind of looks like you're walking through an art museum on the inside, which is really, really cool. Then up here, look at that. We got this glassed off area here with like a plant exhibition. You just never know what to expect. I tell you, cool looking angles too. By the way, I like all this slopey, marbly look here. That looks it looks solid. It looks elegant. You got a place for repair. Oh wow, there's all kinds of stuff over here. So interesting. It's kind of tucked in there. Over here looks like we got a very small crew area Which honestly, that kind of works. I mean, considering it's only using like, God, only a couple block rows here. It works. It's double door there. So maybe, yeah, that's cool. That's a cool crew area. We got our stasis area with the armor locker over on the side. And this room over here, we got a really trippy LCD coming into the workshop. Oh, that's cool. Like a doorway LCD with the vertical text on the side. Oh, that's cool. And this gets us into a production area with, wow, obvious place for a fusion reactor right over there. We got a big generator up on the ceiling here. That's cool how that's set up too. So that's like I think that's a full-size fusion reactor that can fit in there too. A 5x5 one. You would have to get rid of that existing generator, but after you have one of those, you won't need it. So you definitely want to get rid of that anyway. So very cool setup there. And then, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff in here. A big old universal constructor. We got a weapon locker. Constructor back over here. I don't know why it looks different again. Hold on. Why does that look different? Okay, it's a large constructor, not the advanced constructor. Okay, so the models are a little bit different there. And maybe it's like, nah, I think it's right side up. Just this thing's in front of it, so it's kind of throws you off a little bit. But that is cool. Very cool looking production area. Right off the side with this cool LCD door. Here, I'm going to walk around. Well, let's walk around this way a second. And obviously we got quite a few grow plots in place here too. It looks like, what, 36 grow plots back there. And, yep, a lot of food processors, more on this side. And let's get over here to the right wing of the museum hall. Oh, that's cool. So there's actually like storage controllers back over here, but we also got the deco plant thing. Deconstructor, that's a legit button there. That's cool. That's cool. That, oh, wow. Moxie's Bar. Moxie's Bar. Wonder if it has anything to do with Moxie in Borderlands. But protein bars. We got some meat jerky, hot coffee and tea, pepperoni pizza. Pretty normal food. We got the Dino Stew Royale, though. Got to have that in there. Xeroxian salad. I don't think anybody's cool with the Xerox in the game, so we make salads out of them. That's a great looking menu too. I love the angled text in there and the italics, the colors. Very nice, very detailed. I for the type of CV I was looking at the exterior on, I did not expect all this crazy stuff in here. And here's that deconstructor for the switch there, with the LCD caution thing over the front of that. That's a trip. Yeah, you can tell the author spent some time just doing this up here. Really cool Art Deco styling in here too, or just kind of elegant. Another location for a fusion reactor, and we do have another big generator in that location. And we got this door over here. I wonder if there's another. Oh, and all kinds of crazy stuff on the wall here. So that's another projector. No, that's actually glass there. Had to try to walk through it. Wow, that's a trip. All right, well, I'm going to stay on this floor for finish up this floor before I go downstairs there. Okay, here's our. Let's go in here. Stay open. There we go. So we're in looks like another part upgrade room. Thrusters. Oh, okay, so thruster upgrade locations as well. So yeah, this ship is really set up for a lot of upgrades. Just a whole area here. 2 advanced shield parts can be placed over here. Okay. Yeah, so whatever the specs are now, yeah, it can greatly increase from there. That's cool. That's cool. What a trip. What a trip. And then we're looking at the underside of the front there. Let's walk through. I guess we're walking around this way again. So we've got level 1. So we got upstairs. But I did see. Looks like it's using an elevator there too. I thought there was a downstairs area that I passed a little bit ago. Let's go this way. I think we've been through some of that. It looks like a secondary production room. I think there's one on the other side there as well. Let's get into this area. Yeah, okay, so we've been through here. It's such a trip. It's like there's walls and glass and fancy things everywhere. And look at the ceiling light set up there using the bookshelves with the texture light behind it. That is a cool thing. We got some side plants. And we're back to the bar here. All right, so here, let's go. What a trip. All right, so let's bring down the walk door thing here. How elevators should work. Very cool. Oh, wow. So we're getting upstairs here. And we are just on the second floor of the museum. No, the Art Deco Museum. So it looks like we got a medical bay. I think the parts are distributed out through this whole area here. So a couple parts on one side, our main stuff in the middle here, also an armor locker, and the other parts on that side. And I don't know if I can walk on that, or if that's glass, or if that's, again, it's a trip. So this is that area right above that really cool blast hangar door with the LCD over it. Man, can I walk on that? Oh, I can. So this is actually solid floor here. I wasn't sure. It's hard to actually see it. So we got some extra space over in the two sides there. I did miss that. Remove blocks, shield capacitors. Go here. Wow. What a trip. What a trip. Very, very unique interior on this build here. Really cool. Really cool interior. And then we got our big staircase here. This very fancy staircase. And this looks like it's going to head us right up to the bridge. Or maybe not. No, this is not the bridge. This is like people. This is where the bridge helpers go. Those guys. No, the bridge is right there. Right there. Oh, right up top here. Oh, check out that killer looking like targeting LCD that for the big railgun. I did talk about adding a great big railgun to this build here too. Just kind of doing it like like the Expanse there, big old killer weapon. And then this kind of goes out to the front side, looking at all these other upgrade areas. The interior on this thing is just wild. Just really, really wild. This is actually a walk path here. Okay, so you can walk up to the side to get to the front and the bridge. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I'm so kind of tripped up here, though, but I really wanted to figure out what's going on with the extra space down over there, because that is something I didn't see. So let's get to that elevator. Where was the elevator? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. What's over here? Oh, that's bad. It's... Oh, look at this. We got a little shower place over here with a plant. That is cool. We're kind of overlooking the here. I'm gonna try to cheat and fry myself by the generator, and we'll get back down to the bar area here. I kind of wanted to see what's going on the other side in this section too, but I think we're making our way to the extra space, which I don't know where it is now. Oh, it's up above. So I went down too far. Interesting. So on this side, oh yeah, this is where we had the really cool Art Deco stuff and part of construction reactor room there. And shield capacitors up there. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the extra space, so it's like it's right over there. I gotta be close, right? Oh, there's a glass wall here or something. I cannot go that way. It's invisible. Or no, I'm just banging my head on the ceiling, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds pretty typical. What do we got over here? Oh man. Oh yeah, okay, another deconstructor on this side with the deconstructor switch that will do that nicely. All right, I'm gonna cheat. God mode. Gosh darn it, where's your extra space room again? There it is. I seen the LCD and I didn't know. Oh, so it looks like, oh, you jump over here and then you go to there. And oh, check it out. It does have extra space in the extra space room. Who would have ever guessed? Oh, really cool build here. Now, obviously, the hull is all mixed materials and everything too. I hope I've seen everything on the inside. I'm just kind of flying through here a little bit. Let's check out the front here. I'll get the lights back on a minute. Well, actually, before I do that, let's just see what this looks like in the dark. Yeah, it looks cool. Kind of like a, I don't know, it looks like a, it could make a cool looking, like, I don't know, Batmobile or something like that. It kind of looks like a car or a tank, but it's, I don't know, it's really, really wild design. I definitely like this. Alright, so anyway, getting the multi-tool out. A little bit more and flying around. Just want to see what's going on in here. So it looks like we've got some launcher bays right over here, which yeah, you can definitely add some of that. It's got some spotlights kind of in the back, so that probably kind of lights up the hull, the way they're set up there. We got our thrusters off the sides. Oh, we got places over here. Artillery positions makes sense. I didn't have those on when I first looked at it, but yeah, that I think we identified that from outside too. And this area, two large advanced shield parts. Okay, yeah, I think we sort of seen this from other places, but somehow it just looks different now. I didn't see this room over here with this fancy plant display. So there's like a chunk of the ship I didn't actually make my way through, at least on one side here. Wow. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at some numbers here and see how this all works out. So unlock level 20, size class 9. I must have the thrusters off, or they're off. Oh. Let's turn those on. Let's turn those on. Alright, so looks like currently, now obviously there is places for thruster upgrades and things like that as well, but currently it is 32 forward, 11 strafing, 31 lift, 31 reverse, 11 down, 14 oxygen tanks, 12 fuel tanks. Quite a lot of guns on here actually already. I didn't. A lot of those are kind of tucked away a little bit. We've seen some of them, but it does actually have a pretty good loadout already. Obviously, a lot of places to add more guns. 12-hour and 46-minute build time. Just kind of looking through here to see if there's anything that looks super challenging to acquire in game, and I would say no. Nothing. Nothing that I would view as super difficult to get. Obviously, advanced upgrade kits, you can buy those, or you can find them in most shooter kind of POIs and things like that. CPU wise, it is not Core 9, it is below that at Core 7, I'm guessing. It's dialed into that pretty good. Just to take a look at the devices here. Oh, they're all fancy too. I'm gonna do a quick sort so I can see the core. Core 7, yeah, that's what I thought it would be. Too basic, too improved, too advanced CPU cores. Storage-wise, very nicely labeled here too. Oh yeah, look at that. A couple are blacked out over there, the repair stations, so they don't like hog up your eyes when you're looking at all this stuff. So we got quite a lot of different controllers and things in here. Let's kind of go through some of these. So devices and blocks. Wow, 640K on that. That's a big one. Another 640 for power and O2. Okay, a regular box here for gardening, I believe. Fridge, obviously a fridge. Bulk resources. Wow, another 640 there. 192 for raw ore and scrap. That's 2 of those. Input miscellaneous. That's a 640 too. Wow. It's got a lot more storage than I thought it would have. Rare items, that would be a box. Ammo controller, 320k for that. I got some weapon boxes, a secondary ammo controller, another 320. So yeah, a lot of storage on this build as well. Very, very cool. And it's got like a whole extended family of Groots on board too. So that always helps when you're doing combat too, having the Groot power. A lot of Groot going on. So again, very, very cool build. This is the Indominus RE2 by ozfresh. Very cool and unique ship here, I gotta say. Did not expect that interior. Alright, so the next build, actually I got that over to the side over here. And this is something really crazy. It was so big that I didn't really have place on the landing pad for it. As Norman, now this is a CV. This is the SCA Octarine by Skawuska? SKAWUSCHA. And holy smokes, this thing looks wild. Absolutely wild. It is a CV. It looks like it's hold on. Let's well, not just a lighting too. It's almost like too bright here. Well, we got a real long range radar array here too. Let me turn the lights down or adjust them a little bit. I think this would look better if we could see this a little bit more. Wow, so it's like a CV, but it's kind of like a space station as well. Really wild. It kind of, I think these are, that's that deco part, I believe there. Kind of looking like great big old like hover engines, the kind of stuff you'd see in the Avengers movie on that flying aircraft carrier they had in there. I bet you that's kind of what this is doing here. This is wild. Look at this thing. Oh, it's got turbines in here too. I didn't even look at the top side yet, but yeah, I'll get like solid like industrial. We've got some like control rooms and interior space in there too. We got chunks using like laser magnetic holder beams to keep everything together, kind of like Star Wars tech there. And more turbines. Wow, I'm gonna get so lost in this. This is it's a big creation here. And we got a fusion reactor, a smaller one in that glassed off area there. Holy smokes. Alright, let's get to the top side a little bit more here. Now it's too dark. Of course. Oh, this is wild. Yeah, really wild. Look at this. These are like big arrows from the top side. But that's some pretty trippy block work going on to make those arrows there too. Look at that. Wow. Interesting shaping going on here too. This is really neat. And there's so much to look at here. We got different chunks of like some turbines over here. Again, like real turbines too. And all the detail and block work around all these parts that are displayed here. Thruster housing area here. Looks like we got us. Yeah, I think it's going to be all kind of symmetrical to all four corners. But like each corner could be like its own flying ship. But yeah, no, this is just wild. This is wild. Gravity generator over here. Man, And obviously a massive, massive landing deck for CVs or whatever you want to park on here. Just a lot of room for that. Interesting little details. You notice the texture different in formation kind of on these landing pads here too. Some have glass in them too. A lot of landing space. I almost think I could park a full-size Helios on top of this thing. Got some sentry guns. You got Wi-Fi. So I'm kind of looking at the four corners or the chunks here. So I think, are they mirrored? Yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, so we've got those pieces in place there. There's some asymmetrical things going on in here too, definitely. All right, so it looks like in the center we have staircases that get into some interior spaces on here. So let's see what's going on with that. This is just again a wild, trippy CV. It looks very, very cool too. I don't know if yeah, we're kind of dark outside. This looks like it's pretty well lit inside. So we get in here, and yeah, this must be like, I think this is the bridge. It's hard to sometimes I forget that, you know, we're not looking at a space station. We're looking at a CV here, and yeah, so you got your pilot seats over here, kind of off to the side there. Cool looking room area in there. Got some wood grain and some whites and some darks and a lot of texture work on here too. Oh, I got a more of a fungi Groot here. That's what I'll call that tree from now on, just because. I think that's a legit repair console. It is. So we got a repair bay up there. Utility function here. O2 and a med bay. Our main shield. Main core right over there. Wow, okay, so way into the shield room there. Looks like there's a couple CPU blocks on the bottom there. And into this section with the main core. Wow. Really wild. We got some greens and the pentaxiid purples in there. Teleporter here. So this must be central location. And over here, oh, let's check out this, our crafting area. So plus our repair bay and yeah, some advanced constructors, small constructors. Yeah, this is a trip. Just wild. And we're actually looking outside right there. One of those, I don't know, electric magnetic connector tech that Star Wars came from Star Wars. Just saying. I don't know if it came from Star Wars. Star Wars has stuff like that on their pod racers. And that's kind of where I'm getting that from. And yep, we got, wow, this is a really trippy Groot here. Very unique Groot. And over here looks like a full-blown med bay with some really cool visuals. Because it's almost like you're in a city here, like you're in a station and you're walking around. You can see other parts of the station off in the distance, and obviously big turbine locations out and around. Yeah, we already seen. Well, I think I'm walking around a little bit different passageway here, but. And over here we've got our, our toilet and shower. Back to the bridge. So yeah, basically, despite its size and complexity all over the place, literally, I think your interior space is pretty much in the center of the creation, and everything is pretty close together, which is really cool for using it in game. So you don't have to go walking a mile to get to, say, the constructors or something that you're going to want to touch in game. So yeah, that is really cool. Centralized base basically inside of the space station CV thing. Really, really cool. That is cool. I think that's the interior, but hold on, I'm gonna look at some of these other areas out here too. Okay, so just a lot of turbines. Yeah, I think those are the smaller turbines in there. Yep, they got that definite turbine sound to them. God, it almost looks like it's like taking these things and manufacturing them or loading them on. Almost like these are conveyor belts out here. I don't know. It's wild. That is really, really cool. And you look at the whole thing, like even the screenshot I seen on this, I'm like, what the heck are we looking at there? It looks just wild. All right, well, anyway, let's look at some numbers here. I hope I didn't miss some things, but it did look like the interior was pretty tight, though, which is cool. I was kind of glad you didn't have to walk from one end to the other to get around. All right, so start with here. One block level 25, size class 17, 155 forward, 52 strafing, 72 lift, 52 reverse, 72 down, 27 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks, a lot of sentry guns. Basically, it's set up quite well for drone defense and things like that, with the Gatling turrets and the sentry guns, and actually 24 sentry guns, plus the big radar, the big radar. CPU-wise, it is, it looks like it's using some, it's definitely above core 9. I don't know how far, though. You got to see what's in this thing. Oh, it got a micro jump drive. That's something I still need to play with in game. I keep on forgetting to do that. But this is a core 17. I didn't know you could go that high. Memory Forge Eden 2. I bet you this thing doesn't use any power when it's operating either. So yeah, so it looks like it didn't have extra CPU in the ship, but it is using a lot of quantum cores and a lot of auxiliary cores. So that's going to put the stats a little higher over here. I didn't even scroll that down yet, but yeah, okay, there's the auxiliary cores there. Heat exchangers for all the turbines and probably some other parts. Reactor cores. Communication equipment for the big radar. Superconductors. So it's going to need some stuff to build this. A lot of quantum processors in there. Radiation shielding. Plasma converters. Could be used for the thrusters on here. I didn't look at to see what type of thrusters it has, or its actual base hull material either. Just take a look at one of these. Okay, that is a plasma version, and I think we're dealing with okay, carbon in that area. Let's see what's going on in the center. It looks like steel in the interior space areas of the ship, and probably a little more protected. Yeah, quite a bit more protected around parts like fusion reactors and things too. When you think about it, even if this fusion reactor somehow got blown up, yeah, it wouldn't really, it's way over here, so it wouldn't really cause much damage anywhere else to affect the ship very much. I think it's got more than one fusion reactor too. Maybe not. All right, let's take a look at the storage here. So we've got, nicely labeled here, input at 564, output at 571, blocks at 640, well, actually 564 there, 575, or, yeah, whatever. Ammunition, 229, harvest on here, 318, and then some other boxes there too. So yeah, quite a bit of storage aboard as well. Kind of set up for some production. Plenty of ammo. Harvest. Let me look one more time here. I just wanted to see if it had. Yeah, it didn't have any built-in harvesting turrets or like multi-turrets or anything like that on it. Stock at least. But yeah, really, really wild design here. Definitely like that. Now, last thing I want to look at too is just some main specs here. Got a great big old shield on this thing right off the gates too. 112,000 for shielding. So yeah, definitely a massive shield on here. Quite a few P menu options too, for power controls for various things on the creation, and an elevator. Where's that elevator? I don't recall seeing the elevator. I'm not sure, actually, where that is. You'd think it would probably connect to the center area here somewhere, but I don't know. I'm sure it has an elevator, though, somewhere. It might be one of them fancy Reforged Eden elevators that actually move you up and down. They don't turn you sideways and get you jammed in doorways and flip your view around on you like the normal elevators. All right, well, anyway. Again, this is the SCA Octarine by Skawushka. I am sure I butchered your name. I apologize for that. But very, very cool build. Very cool build. All right, so let me power you off a second here. And the next creation, a little bit smaller, probably because it's an SV. So this one here is the, is it? No, it's not. I got something out of order here. This is the Star Wars Fondor haulcraft by Barefoot and Hillbilly. And that's a cool looking SV. Very, very different again. Definitely Barefoot and Hillbilly's really been building a lot of Star Wars either replicas or inspired builds that would fit in the Star Wars universe. And this one's no exception. I was taking a look at this front end here, and I love how it's got that border, like armored approach, I guess, that kind of goes over the edge, just with thin blocks in this case. But that looks really, really cool. And then it's different on this side because it's got a bridge back here. Oh, so it's kind of a little bit like the Millennium Falcon that way, with a like a one-sided asymmetrically placed bridge. Down over here, it almost kind of looks like its little gun over there too. Gun mount out of blocks, and some cool looking side wings. Actually does have some weapons on there, and some little lift thrusters going across there. That's, yeah, kind of a little bit different flying technologies on this one, and that's why it looks so much different there. I think that's, I can't explain it. I've seen other ships in Star Wars do things like this as well. It's kind of hover thing or something, anti-gravity thing. Oh, look at that. So we got some thrusters down in here, but it looks like one is not in place. I wonder if that was intentional on CPU or not. Really wild looking design here, though. Definitely. You got a centralized turret. I like the thin blocks going across the top of the hull there. And then the backside, got that, yeah, that Millennium Falcon kind of thruster set up here. It's got some real thrusters in there, but yeah, the whole area of texture lights is probably would be the actual thruster, or the exhaust from the thruster. Yeah, very, very cool. I like all this little stuff going on too in the hall with the textures and the lights and the little like red light there, and that just it kind of fits. And there's like a uniquely placed other parts like that on the hall as well, like a little red light right over there. Just kind of break it up. Looks really cool at night too, especially from a little bit of a distance. Definitely a cool trick. And then that's a cool looking doorway coming in there. I like how it's kind of like angled off in the corners there, so you don't see that full kind of boring looking doorway. No, it's not that. There's nothing really wrong with the doorways, but they're just you see them so much that they get very boring to look at. So that's a really cool setup there on entry coming into that place. I'm gonna walk up the ramp here though. Let's get into. So I'll lower the lights down a little bit here. See where we're at. Love the flooring already. Stuff like that's just neat. When you got the space, you can put up like grates like that over stuff, fuel tanks in this case, and texture lights and caution tape and all kinds of stuff down there. That's cool to see, though. It does add a lot of detail here. Oh, check out this back section here. That looks really cool, too. Look at the engineering area here. So we got our warp drive over here. And just looks like a couple of storage controllers in here. But, man, there's a lot to look at on this one wall space. Looks very, very techy. And very cool. Very detailed, too. Same thing going on the wall space over here. And all the blockwork around it kind of supports that. So over here, it looks like we got a one of these. What is that? Advanced shield charger. We got an advanced shield charger right there. I had to make sure. I wasn't sure what I was looking at there. And I think we got more of them. Nope, superior cores. And all kinds of pipes and things down below there. And oh, look at the orange down below that as well. And above the door, we have O2, a detector, and a alternative detector here out of about the same out of a block. That's cool to keep everything kind of symmetrical there. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so what do we got down these corridors here? So really cool hallways, by the way. They're all kind of angled, very Star Wars like. Over here, we've got stuff. And there's some electricity flowing in there, too. That's cool. That must be another shield part, I'm thinking. The parts have changed so much, so many times, that I'm starting to... I gotta, like, look at them some more to understand exactly what I'm seeing there. So, so this is going on the one door on the side and also to the asymmetrically placed bridge here. So, yep, our pilot seat on the one side. That's wild. Then we got our trauma station, storage box. Just gonna go outside on one side of the ship. Oh, and the other side actually doesn't have a door there. It's got this instead. There's stuff up on the ceiling, more storage controllers, and then we get into a crew area here, which looks awesome. Gotta be a bed set up over here. I like how that's done. I think this is like bedding. Or some kind of slumber area or something like that. Or maybe it's going into like some reactor core over here. I don't know. But that looks really cool. I like this, how it's almost like this, I don't know, this carpet's like hanging out the glass over here. I don't know. It looks really, really cool. I can't quite explain what's happening, but it looks really good. We got a constructor right over there. And a couple fridges, food processor, our main core, another storage controller. Cool looking side light deco pieces there too. Yeah, very cool ship. Very cool ship. The interiors on these are so neat to check out too. I've Barefoot and Hillbilly again's been building a lot of these Star Wars creations, and every time they're just very authentic on the inside and the exterior and texturing and the whole ball of wax on them. And it's really cool to see. Whole fleet of them now. All right, well, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 3, 33 forward, 19 strafing, 38 lift, 16 reverse, 18 down, 21 fuel tanks, 13 oxygen tanks, a couple light laser cannons, detector, and some light laser turrets retractable. Didn't see those because they're hidden away in the hull there. So looking at the overall cost, 3 hour and 54 minute build time. Uses 2 quantum processors. A little bit of some stuff in here. Reactor core. So yeah, I do think this is using probably a fusion reactor for its power source. And by looking at that, maybe this is, I don't know what the core is. I got to find out. We'll check it out here. So using 23,000, and that is going to translate to a Core 8. That's what I thought it might be, but I wasn't 100% sure. So yeah, Core 8, missing actually of all things one basic CPU core in here, which makes sense. So it's the basics don't have a lot of CPU, and sometimes you need to put in bigger cores to get the CPU to where you want it to be. and then you don't need the smaller one later on. So it's just omitted out of the build. Storage wise, okay, so we've got quite a few controllers on here. So we got a 4K ammo controller. Just kind of sample these. They fluctuate a lot in size. There's a 21K right here. That's a big controller for SV. 4,500, 1,400, and another 20,000. So I'd say overall this has around 64K of storage on it, kind of split up amongst those. Then we have some boxes as well at 235. P menu options and shield and all that stuff. 15,000 on your shielding, and we got side sabers. Oh, what's that? We got some side, like, lightsabers, and but they're side sabers. Oh wow, that'd be a really weird way to imagine if that actually worked and these were like ship-based, like lightsaber technology sticking out of the sides of the ship, so you go fly by and you chop other ships in half. That's wild. That's cool. That's cool. Side sabers. Now I know what side sabers are. I had honestly no idea. That's cool. Very interesting. All right. Well, anyway, again, this is the Star Wars Fondor haulcraft by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Very, very cool build here. All right. So the next build. Let's get this one powered up here. So this one, oops, sorry. Come on. Get my head away. There we go. All right. So this one here is the Honey Badger by Artemis Rogue. And we all know the saying about honey badgers. They don't give up. Honey badgers just don't care. They do honey badger, and they just do not care about anything. They could attack a herd of bears. I don't even know if there's such a thing as a herd of bears. But if they were mixed in with some lions and tigers, they wouldn't care. They would just hop in there and fight them all. Because that's what honey badgers do. And this one kind of looks like it's kind of set up to do exactly that. Destroy everything and not care about what it is. Just, I don't care. If you move, I'm going to attack you. And that's it. I don't care. Wow, this is a nice looking ship. I gotta say, it's also very heavily armed here. Not terribly big either. I mean, if you look at its overall size, it's really not all that gigantic or anything like that. But it is really armed to the teeth here, which you'd expect from a honey badger. I'm guessing a lot of the hull blocks here are probably Xeno. Some have to be because there's some textures that only work with Xeno. So I'm guessing definitely the front end of the ship is very Xeno based. And we'll have to look at the full barrage of weapon loadouts on here. But again, a lot of these guns here, I think these are the tier 1 variants of plasma. Yeah, a lot of light plasmas. A lot of sentry guns. We got some of these Gatling guns here to shoot the drones, as well as the lots of sentry guns. But I think that's his general loadout, really is. Well, wait a minute. What would... well, okay, so the plasma also takes down shield. We've got more weapon mounts down over here, obviously where the antennas are. And these are some more light plasma cannons in that section. Kind of looks like we got another location to add some right there. Really nice looking hull, though. Again, it fits with Artemis's scheme of mostly combat CVs of various origins. Kind of this similar style and colors and things like that. Really, really detailed. A lot of fluctuations, some gradients involved in here. A lot of roundy bits and mixed in with some angled bits. Oh, cool looking rear thruster areas. I like that caution tape on the inside there. Pretty interesting. Got some glass. Now, one thing I'm not seeing on this one, and maybe the shipyard that this was built in finally got figured out how not to have so many combustible products, but I'm not seeing flames jutting out of this one all over the place. So I'm thinking it's got a little bit better like heat sinks and stuff built into it. So it I'm just being stupid there. But anyway, oh, look at this back side of this thing too. That's like you got your lift thrust, your down thrust, and lots of things here. And pipes and roundy things and more things, and it looks like a place for a radar right back over here. Get that long range radar in there. Probably even put in the bigger one. I think it would fit. The 5x5 super radar. I forget the exact terminology for it, but yeah, really cool looking build here. I am very curious on the CPU too. I mean, it's armed. It's got a lot of guns on it, no doubt there. But none of these guns that I'm seeing on here are high ticket items, really. I mean, like they're not. I'm not seeing like tier 2 or like your mediums and heavy weapons on here. I'm just seeing a lot of the sentry guns and light weapons. Even these Gats over here, I believe, are just your baseline light Gatling turrets, and not like the medium versions of those. Yeah, looks really cool. Looks really cool. Looks like it would be very effective too. And I gotta say, despite all that we're seeing here, it may not cost a whole lot. It's gonna, you know, I'm sure it's up there a little bit, but yeah, comparatively speaking, I'm not seeing anything that would like be like, oh god, you got to get those to build this thing, kind of thing. It kind of looks like you'd be able to get it in game pretty easily, actually. Well, not early game, but you know, mid game, early mid game. All right. Well, anyway, let's adjust the lights here a second. Like the LCD up there too with the honey badger going on. I watched a documentary on honey badgers before, so that's where I'm getting a lot of my honey badger lingo from. I'd like to say some swear words because the honey badgers do, but I don't want to do that on these videos. But they just don't. Honey badgers don't care. They just don't. All right, so now I got to find a way to get on board here, and somehow I failed to see that so far. Let's see. Do we got drone hats? Hats over here. Hats here. Oh, elevator. Just a straight up elevator going down in there. Well, let's check out the bridge first. So I'm here. So we got a CPU core in here. Medical bay. Utility function all around. Shower. Toilet. Not just a medical bay, like the whole thing. O2. And then we're into the bridge area, which is just like open glass, well, armored glass here, obviously. And we got some information on upgrading. A is ammo controller, PEEP and taxi tank, S shield. The warp drive can be moved. So I'm kind of curious how this thing's outfitted right off the gate. Oh, there's our medical bay there. There is a sneaky... No, this is probably part upgrade. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're downstairs now. We got a ladder. Big old generator over here. Advanced generator. Your shield position is flex space. Need banners, fusion core. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like set up so you can do some different things here with how you put in parts. Just reposition behind the blast barrier. That's cool that there's instructions on exactly what to do to upgrade the ship within it here. Obviously, we got a small constructor and a detector on the other side over there. Obviously, we had a location to add a bigger radar, but you know, this one's really looking like it's really watching the CPU. All right, let's go this way. Very compact on the inside here too. Okay, so we're gonna go take this elevator down. I think I went a little too far. Okay, so maybe there is no other floors. That's just straight down so you can get in the ship from the bottom. Is that correct? Again, yeah, you know, I think this thing is really solid here on the inside. Oh man, I didn't expect. No, that's a medium shield part. Never mind. Sometimes when I first glance at those, they look like they could be a fusion reactor. And yeah, obviously this room's set up for larger parts. So you got emblems on the side. The LCD's telling you what to put there. And just, yeah, like one small constructor in here. Maybe to build some your Gatling and sensory ammo. I'm not sure if you can build the tier 1 plasma ammo with a small constructor or not. But yeah, I think that's it. It's just like right to the point. It's it just doesn't care. It just doesn't care. Yeah, very, very cool ship. If I'm gonna take a rough guess on CPU, just by seeing what's going on here. Now, each one of those light weapons is like 10,000 CPU. There's a lot of them on it, though. I'm gonna give this thing a core. I'll say core 7. Let's say core 7. Let's see what it is. Alright, so unlock level 25. Complexity 4. 35 4, 33 strafing, 33 lift, 33 reverse, 33 down. So 33, pretty much everything is up forward. Decent secondary numbers as well. 15 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, 24 sensory guns, 20 plasma. Wow, you can put that many on a build, huh? I didn't know. I thought the limit was less than that, but they have been increased as of late, too. Then we got the 4 light Gatling turrets and a detector. A 6-hour and 2-minute build time. Definitely not seeing any quantum processors or anything special in here, actually, at all. And I was kind of curious about that. Only 40 of the bridges. So, does this come out to what I thought? Yes, I think I got it right. I think it's a core 7. 584. I think that's a magic number for core 7. Woohoo! Successful guess here. So, yeah, this thing, honestly, it's easy to get in for a pretty high-end combat ship. Now, it does come stock with a pretty good-sized shield going on here too. 70, almost 80,000 hit points with all the guns at a core 7. Built with a lot of obvious Xeno blocks. Yeah, a lot of Xeno. I'm sure there's other blocks on here too. Obviously, these aren't Xeno over here, stuff like that. But Xeno's where Xeno needs to be, and the Xeno just doesn't care either. Nothing here cares. Just doesn't care. Very nice ship. Very nice ship. Looks very useful, affordable, upgradable. Hold on. What's going on here? Okay, so that's, yeah, we've been through here already. Okay. Yeah, very, very cool build here. One last thing I'm just curious about. I think it had one, but I just want to double check. I'm going to see if it did actually have a warp drive in it. It does. Standard warp drive, looks like. So, yep. It does have the warp. It does have, yeah, it had some medium shield parts and all kinds of stuff in there, too. So, pretty big shield, too. I mean, considering all this is at core 7, that's quite a feat there. I'm kind of curious how that works out with the 20 of those light plasma guns. That's a lot. So that's, again, combo. Does the shields, does the hull, all one thing. You're going to go through a lot of plasma ammo with this. Speaking of that, I did not look at its storage. So let's look at that. So pretty much straight to the point here. 168K for ammo bay. Got a 72K harvest bay on here and a pentaxid tank. Yeah, very, very cool build again. The Honey Badger by Artemis Rogue. Awesome work on this one. Again, yeah, it looks like a very potential go-to entry. Well, kind of like it performs like a mid to later game combat CV at an entry level combat CV price kind of thing. So that's how I would look at that. So very, very cool. All right, so the next build, let me get this one powered up. This is by a different Artemis. This is by actually, let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. I do believe I am. It's not going to tell me the labels now. No, it's not going to tell me the label. So this is the Arttech Lion MK2 RE2 by Artemis Bright, not Rogue, Artemis Bright over here. So this is a a really, really wild looking CV here. I gotta say, assume that at least one of its functions would be combat. Certainly looks like it's set up with a lot of weaponry going on in here. Some really interesting setup here on how everything's laid out. We've got some hangar doors kind of coming in on the front, bottom, at the top of the bottom of the front, and on the top of the front top side. That looks really cool, though. I mean, that's looks like a very different race of ships here. Like just unique kind of a vertical setup here. Lots of interesting details, a lot of guns, and I think we're running some big old artillery turrets here on the side too. Looks probably a 4-pack if they're all doubled up from one side to the other there. And this the center section here, this looks really cool. Like the color fade going on here from this kind of like reddish tone fades into orange, kind of into yellow, and kind of a yellowish, almost going into a little bit green, but not really. And these are some giant guns right over here. These got to be the big ones, I'm guessing. Are we again looking at the main plasma batteries? 2 of those right there. We got a reverse thruster there. Oh, we got some different color tones, or am I just getting lighting things? No, I think a little bit different color tones around the sides here. Kind of a darker area here. Down on the bottom side here, looks like we've got a way to get in the ship here too. Oh yeah, check that out. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, very cool looking. I like the colors too. Kind of that tan, a couple different shades of like that tan brownish color in the mix. Let's take a look at the back side here. A couple big drive thrusters there, and some big old sci-fi looking thrusters. So I don't exactly know if this is from a particular sci-fi franchise or not, like, or inspired by a particular franchise. It looks pretty unique to me in a very cool way too. It's just, yeah, don't see too many ships or anything quite like this. And obviously we got some glass windows in there and some interior space as well. Very cool. Alright, well anyway, let's get aboard here. And I'm going to come in through this awesome looking entry point down here. It does land too, considering it's a vertical build like this. It does land just fine. I was a little bit worried about that. I had it above the ground and I cut off its thrusters when I first spawned it in, and it just kind of went to the ground. Landing gear came down, it parked just totally fine. I was like, wow, look at that. I almost kind of, I was wondering if it was going to flop over or something, but it did not. So I think I need to get up there a little bit. Yeah, lights are, let's go darker on the lights. All right, and we're getting in here. Well, I like the interior decor here. Looks really elegant here. We got the marble, we got some wood grain in here, some different tones of browns and tans and things like that. Got that looks like the big legit radar going on in there again. You're starting to see that. I think everybody, I don't know if everybody's like me. I absolutely hate the detector at this point in time. The long range radar I'm all right with, but I've never used this one yet. But it's got to be better than the standard long range radar, so I'm sure I will like it a lot more when I do get one of these in game here sometime. So this one, we got a couple drone bays over here. So this does the drone thing. Let me up. There we go. Those drone bays are really cool too. Oh, you can walk up in these too. This is like just a single part, super detailed with all the stuff going on in these things. Wish we had blocks like this kind of thing, like individual blocks that we could put on walls and things like that. That would look really cool for deco stuff and whatnot. But yeah, crazy detail on this part here. But 2 drone bays, so we got to have some drone. There's another part that's involved with that, basically telling the drones where to deploy at. So those are probably on the exterior of the ship somewhere. I wasn't really looking for them at the time. So over here we've got, obviously there was it's kind of a hangar door above there, but maybe that's kind of used as a ceiling, and it kind of goes with these pillars back over here, these big marble pillars. So I don't think you would be able to get through that hangar door because there's a radar there, but that's cool. This emblem over here, that looks really awesome too. The LCD kind of putting that on there over the thin wood shaped block. And we've got some ceramic tiling up there. Alright, so lots of fuel over on this side. So big fuel storage area, more fuel on this side. A lot of fuel. So this thing looks like it's going to be able to go for quite a long time without needing a... Okay, I wasn't sure I want to get up there, but it's gonna force me out the bottom, isn't it? You're gonna do that, aren't you? Here, I'm gonna go into God mode here so I can jet over there. Wow, the inside. Again, kind of like the first CV we looked at today. The inside is just wild. Wasn't sure what to expect, really. But, man, you know, it almost looks like you're walking into a fancy hotel somewhere. Chandelier, like, lights up on the ceiling there. Yeah, this is probably, yeah, like your hangar, drone bay area. We got some Groots in here. And, oh, there was an elevator to get me down there. Oh, okay, so I could have just walked up with the elevator, too. Alright, so... In fact, I might have to go back to that elevator. I just want to see... This is probably outside. No. This is to... looks like, well, a lot of places for parts and things like that in here. Oh, there's... yeah, there are some parts in here too. There's like a generator, some angled blocks, and I don't know. Here, I guess I'm gonna jetpack here. So we're obviously coming in one of the areas of probably the bottom side, I think. And then there's going to be like another area all above here too, because it's kind of more of a vertical design ship. It's a pretty good sized ship. Obviously, we're just looking at part of the ship here. This is a pretty big section of it. And a lot of just places to put things, or maybe some more armor or things like that in here. Alright, so this is weird. Here, let me turn off my jetpack. Here, I'm going to go to God mode for a second. I want to buzz into the elevator. We're going to have to go up. And that's going to get us to the other part of the ship. Oh, actually, there's some in-between areas here, too. So, yeah, it looks like we got an engineering... Let's go out the door this way. Engineering room over here. Not even sure exactly where I'm at in the ship here. So, we got, looks like the... I think that's the big fusion reactor. Maybe not. Maybe that's the smaller one. Yeah, 3x3 fusion reactor there. Shield parts, our main shield. Definitely a shield room / power. Oh, we got a staircase here too. Well, a jumping staircase. Granted, obviously if you're using this in game, you're probably jetpacking around. I'm just trying to walk through it like you know, would at least on the ground. And over here we've got some things. What the heck? What is all that? Oh, see, did that change too? Why does this look different? What is that? CPU cores? Oh, okay. They're the, oh, quantums. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've seen the quantums yet, but I don't recall seeing this, well, I went to geometry on the sides here. That looks really cool, though, actually. It has like a decorative block. More CPU in the area. So our CPU core room. Oh, that almost... Oh, that's a superior core? It looked like a really cool locker thing. It's even got like little like stickers on it with handlebars and stuff. Oh, that's or handlebars. You know what I mean? Not handlebars, but yeah, those door latches. That's it. Sorry about that. I was just thinking. Can't imagine like going to somebody's house and be like, oh, open up the door and calling it a handlebar. All right. Well, anyway, wild room here. All right. So we're gonna go up some more. Let me put away this again. You know, turn off the light. Oh, we got room 5. Oh, this is another. This is another place. Engineering. Ah, production. Ah, universal constructor, advanced constructors, deconstructor. Oh, it kind of. Oh, they even kind of labeled a little bit on the top side there. Engineering. Okay. Get some LCDs up there. Oh, full med bay over here. Fridges. A lot of fridges. Big old marble pillars. More production. No? No, utility room. Armor lockers and weapon locker and storage and repair bay and all kinds of stuff up in there. And probably, I think this is oxygen. Nope, fuel. wasn't sure there. And then we've got this ship holds a heck of a lot of fuel, I gotta say. This is like a different fuel department versus the lower floor fuel department. This is wild. We got hangar doors going into hangar doors here. Oh, wow. What am I even looking at? Okay, that's the outside of the ship there. Interesting. So this kind of all opens up to like a hangar that's... hold on. Let me get in the God mode again. Let's fly over to this area. Run! Okay, so we're above the hull, above the hangar doors. I think we're seeing a multi-turret over here too. Wow, okay. What a trip. So you can walk right on the sides here. I didn't really need to. Well, maybe not. Uh-oh, I can't jump high. Alright, temporary God mode. If I had my jetpack working, but I hate walking around a creative with a jetpack on. It makes that jetpack noise every time you move, and it drives you nuts. So what's back here? We got our warp drive room. Cool looking display for the warp drive. Again, I think the author in a lot of cases is using hangar doors as like wall blocks, essentially. So they don't actually go all of them to hangars. They just are like, you know, when you think about it, that's quite a lot of blocks there. It's probably cheaper to run a giant hangar door than a whole barrage of blocks. Obviously, different hit points and things like that, but that's pretty wild. Let's go up here to the next floor or deck. Kind of looks like we're getting into some recreation area here, or crew rooms with the fancy wallpaper. This looks spiffy here too. We got another family of Groot in here. They're everywhere. They do spread pretty fast. You got to watch those guys. They certain times a year they start popping seeds all over the place, and then they just start growing their family. That's how they do it. We got an ATM in here, which I recently just learned you can put those in CVs now, which is really awesome. We got our stage over here for the band that comes on every night and plays. So they're up there. Or other performances. Maybe got a little droid over here. This is really cool though. Really neat ship to tour again. I love them chandeliers and things going on in here too. Yeah, really fancy and elegant look to it. More crew room over there. More crew room over here. And that's our elevator again. All right. Well, okay, so this whole floor is about, yeah, really nice entertainment restaurant. Right near the crew. Got a stage for whatever events you're doing. And we're up to this floor. It still goes up another one. So what do we got here? So we got our teleporter right over here. Very nice. Looks like to the bridge. Utility. Again, more of the fancy emblems on the signs there. And it looks like our main bridge, I'm guessing, and this would be the pilot seat up there. And I would not doubt there is a switch or something to open up your visible window. I wonder if... I'm just kind of curious if... I don't think you can. Like landing gear, there's a way to set a name to a landing gear and use it as a control on your ship. But is there a way to do that, like if you sit in a pilot seat? I don't think there is, actually. I was kind of curious if I were to walk into here, if that was going to open up or not. But it might be a P menu option, might be a switch somewhere too. And a lot of passenger seats in the area here. Oh, this is glass right here. Oh, that's a trip. That's, yeah, okay, so we don't go in those doors because there's a big glass wall there. Ah, so you go around this way, double door, and then you can walk up front here. You do have like a sensor in, oh, there's, okay, so that's opening up that area. There's like another area to open up there too. Whoa, whoa! Oh yeah, it's like glass. Wow, that just freaks you out. It's like this view. It's not like you don't see the glass. Then you start walking up like that. Oh wow, okay. All right. Well, anyway, let me go walk around here again. Let's get back to the elevator. I'll try to figure out how that opens up here. I know it does. And this gets us, oh, to the top of the ship at the back. Okay, so we're right out the back side of the ship here. All right. All right, so anyway, what a trip. What a trip this whole ship is. So very unique and creative again. Had a lot of really cool creative designs and stuff going on today. I definitely like to see that. Alright, so I did want to figure out how these open up, though. So let's take a look at some P menu options, too. Oh, probably the open bridge button. That could do it. Auto open lower hangar. Okay. Ah, so the bridge is up here. So check that out. Yeah, when you do that, then you still have a glass wall in front of you. But you can still walk out and come out this way, too. Then more turrets on the top. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Alright. Let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25. Complexity 8. 64 forward, 45 strafing, 44 lift, 32 reverse, 44 down, 28 fuel tanks, 22 oxygen tanks. A lot of weaponry on here, stock. Got some sentry guns and some, plasma artillery. Not just regular old boring artillery. We got plasma. Didn't even know those existed, actually. Main plasma batteries, got a couple of those. Medium artilleries. So a lot of turrets, and you got your 2 fixed weapons here, it looks like. 18 hour and 11 minute build time. Gonna need some heat exchangers and things. Reactor core, quantum processors. Does need a lot of stuff for this. Large auxiliary CPU cores. Communication equipment. Did have the big radar on here as well. CPU wise, it is up there. What is this? Let me sort. Core 17. Wow. You know, I thought you would max out cores at 13. So I thought it was 2 each of these kinds of cores. And it turns out it's 4. So I didn't even know that. I thought your upper limits was core 13. If you wanted more CPU beyond that, you would need to follow a particular quest line, I believe, and also get crew members and do like their quests and everything to get certain crew members that could bring up your CPU. But no, you can actually go to core 17 And who knows, with the other crew stuff and stuff, maybe even a little bit beyond that. So, yeah, you can bring up the CPU pretty good on these. Didn't realize that before. I don't know how high it goes. Let's take a look at your storage here. So we got a constructor like an in at 640, a deconstructor at 640. Ammo, looks like we got 3 ammo controllers. We're about 320. The one's a couple blocks short of that, but pretty much three 320s there. Armor, those are boxes. Got another just 640K controller here, 2 more actually. And we got a harvest controller at 104. And I think the rest are going to be... Nope. I got rare items, 320K for that. Rare weapons, okay, that's a box. Yeah, it's got a lot of storage on it. It really does. It's quite a few. Had some 640s, a lot of 320s, 3 like ammo bays. And a ship like this with this much kind of weaponry on it too, especially like artillery rounds, those are probably pretty heavy ammo. So you do need some space for that kind of stuff to store on your ship. So looks like it's going to do it all. One last thing. Let's take a look at its stock shield, 63,498 on that. And I think we looked at this screen a few times. But anyway, yeah, really, really cool and creative ship. Love the interior too. Just, yeah, elegant interior. Again, this is the Arttech Lion MK2 RE2 by Artemis Bright. Very, very cool build there. All right, so the last creation today, a little smaller. Let me turn you off a second. And got a little HV tank here that really, really looks very much like a tank. Can you imagine that? No, this is cool here. So this is the FT03 Katsy by Arshura. I'm sorry, that's foreign language name, translation ARMSYURA. And yeah, this looks really, really good. This looks very much like a tank in all aspects of it. The front end, you can see like where your tank treads are. It's almost, this is pretty creative here too. It's trying to like do like the wheels you would see on the tank tread on there, and that actually looks pretty good. It's convincing. It kind of does look like there's a bunch of wheels down in there that would make the tread go round and round. And it's kind of covered up on the top side. And we got a turret over here, single turret. Got a side gun over here, kind of asymmetrically placed. A lot of asymmetrical stuff up on the turret itself. And then we got like a sensor there. Well, kind of is actually. Yeah, this is like our 50 cal or something like that. Gun. Oh, and we got some smoke coming out of the engine compartment. Would be probably in the back side there. Maybe some blow-up panels. Very cool. Very cool looking tank. That turret looks really, really good too. It's just all the shaping on it looks extremely tank-like. I like all the little detail to the pipes and the kind of exhaust over there, things like that. We do have an interior space as well, but very, very cool. Very cool. I'm just kind of curious. It is a tank. Doesn't have a lot of guns on it, but I think it might be mostly built. No, it's combat steel up here. I was kind of curious of its hull materials here. But yeah, combat steel. I think is all of it combat steel? Not all of it's combat steel. It's a little bit mixed, maybe. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. Some of these blocks don't tell you what they are. Like they forgot to put in the description on certain blocks. But all right. Anyway, let's go inside here. I think got to crouch to get in. So, wow, yeah, really small interior. I would expect that, though. It's not a very big tank at all. But, yeah, it's got a lot of stuff in it for its size. So, we got A box when you walk in, our ventilator there. Yeah, we got a weapon locker back over there, another box. Got a passenger seat, trauma station. Cool looking front, like internal HUD, like screens and information panels, even for the passenger over here. Then we got a controller of one origin or another, probably an ammo controller right there. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. You got all this on the inside of that too. That's cool. CPU core blocks up on the ceiling. O2 right there. Or, no, that's actually the ventilator. This was O2 machine on the other side there. Yeah, and interesting. Yeah, you do have to crouch to first get in it, which is really easy to do. But after you're in it, it will. Yeah, I guess you got to crouch to get in and out. But that is fine. That works. It's kind of an interesting idea that you can do that with door spaces too. Something that I don't really think about the crouch very much when building. That you can crouch. But yeah, awesome looking build here. Let's take a look at some numbers. So unlock level 20, size class 1, 32.4, 32 strafing, 54. No, I'm sorry, 32 reverse. It's a HV, so obviously there's no lift. That was secondary numbers look pretty decent. The yawl's nice, so it turns good. We got one medium cannon, one laser cannon, one medium cannon turret, alarm sensor and detector, 57-minute and 37-second build time. Not really needing anything special at all. So no heat exchangers or thingies or quantum processors or any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty easy to get in game actually too. Very nice, very nice. Definitely like the shaping and styling and looks of this. Again, the FT03 Katsy. Oh, hold on. I forgot to look at one last aspect here. Our ammo storage, 3600. And we got a box. And then a Pentaxa tank. Shield on here is 13,274 for stock shield, which is also very, very cool. So, yeah, shielded tank here. Obviously, it doesn't warp, but tanks don't warp. That's just one of their things. Again, the FT03 Katsy by Armsura. Yeah, another butchering of the name. Sorry about that, but very, very cool build. Very cool build. And that is all the creations for today. So, yeah, quite a barrage of really, really cool ships here. Some quite a few combat-oriented ships, plus some other things in here in the mix. And, hold on. I didn't look at this ship. How did I miss this ship? Oh my goodness. Did I miss this ship? I think I missed this ship. How did I miss this ship? It's right there on my list too. But I sort of jumped from like there to... Hold on. Yeah, I didn't see this ship. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is not the last ship for the... I'll have to rearrange my list here. This is the Zagor X-14 cargo ship by Zertali. And I'm so sorry that I had it sitting right here, meant to be shown. It was on my list, and I somehow just went right by it. I don't even know how I pulled that off. But this is a very, very cool looking ship as well. Check out this bridge area. That is wild. This this curvy thing, almost... I don't know, that a really unique front end on it. Almost looks a bit like an insect or something like that, like a head of a caterpillar or something like that. I don't know. That looks really cool, especially with this glass over here too. Got the red carpet treatment on the inside. Got a detector here, and this is like a big mechanism that like looks like it would swivel into place with like reverse thrusters here. You kind of see the connection here and that beam there. Oh wow, we're just really wild shaping going on in here too. This whole section and connecting beams to the bridge area. You see like there's this glass hallway going through like a neck area of it. And then back over here. Oh, check that out. So we got like a side or a pass-through hangar here. Wow. Oh, even the back. Even the back things, they almost like a mechanical I don't know. This is very, very artistically inspired though. It looks really cool. I'm trying to figure out if the whole overall shape would look like particular type of animal or something like that. But I love this. Look at the white in this like framing piece, but then it goes to these other parts that are in different colors around there. Oh yeah, top area for getting in the hangar as well. Wow, that's wild. And this like swivel out thruster piece here. We got some sensory guns on the hull. Wow. Now, very, very unique. Man, there's... Yeah, okay. I don't know how I missed it, though. I don't know how I went past this one. I think I was out at that ship, and I just zoomed over to this one like an idiot. But wow. Neat looking hull. I don't even know what to say about that. It looks really cool. Like, kind of Transformer-like, but not really. But industrial, but not really. But... I don't know what it is. It looks really, really cool. A lot of mechanical moving parts and things like that. Or that's basically the look that I'm getting from it. Like it would just kind of fold out and do things and stuff, which is really, really cool. So then I guess we're in the hangar here. Let me adjust the lighting here real quick. Like the dark and the whites in here and the angled separations. I think we actually got some glass panels. No, yeah, up there at least. But then some thin blocks here. Looks nice and clean and elegant there. And we got a couple switches here. Are these for the... Yeah, okay, for the doors. Yeah, it does not look like we go this way, but we definitely go this way. Okay, so into an elevator. Okay, so this is a front walk-in way, and yeah, look at the blockwork from down here too. That's just really cool, really shapely. Ah. All right, so we'll go up the elevator here. We got our main CPU core right there. Oh wow, it's just like. Oh, this is asymmetrically done on the inside in here too. Interesting. So we got a grow area here, very uniquely set up. So 3 grow plots. Do have our grow light right there. Do we have another one of those? Yeah, another 3 over here. I guess we'll walk around this way first. Looks like production area and some really cool seating by some fancy glass windows there. Some advanced constructor, O2 med bay. There's storage controller there. And on this side, it kind of looks like we have kind of an open air crew room area with a couple couches, bunk beds. We got our bathroom. And on the other side, a food processor and a fridge. Some tables to dine at. And what is back this way? Okay, so this is going into the rear chamber through that glass hallway over here and getting into our warp drive. So yeah, very cool display for the warp drive. I like the glass, the heavy glass framing around there. So yeah, just the warp drive it looks like back here. Let's go forward and through the glass hallway, and then we're getting into the front side of the ship here. So we got some crew members here and computers and control stuff. Gravity generator over there. Got the red carpet, the black walls in here, so a little bit different look. Oh, we got a secondary elevator here. So This goes down to, okay, it's to the main bridge here. Got a lot of the old school switches here. So we got a T switch, a S switch, a P switch. So thrusters, shield. I'm just throwing wild guesses out there. Might have just turned on a shield, maybe. We got some more switches over here too. There's switches all over. We got some crew on here, and then 4-pack of passenger seats over here, and our pilot seat. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. What a wild design here on this ship too. It's not super big. You're not going to get lost in it, but just really, really differently done on its hull and styling, and a lot of very, very interesting shapes that kind of go together to make this happen. Again, that front end just, it looks organic in a lot of ways. It's just very cool. Getting kind of like a centipede or something front end. I don't know. It's just really wild looking. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at some numbers on this one. Again, I apologize that I kind of somehow went right past it when I was looking at the other ships here. I don't know how I pulled that one off quite yet. So, start with unlock level 20, size class 3, 18 forward, 11 strafing, 29 lift, 14 reverse, 14 down, 2 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Got a detector. Looks like 7 sentry guns and 4 cannon turrets. So basic your drone protection there. 3 hour 29-minute build time. Does have some crew members on board. Nothing hard to get here at all. Just kind of looking for like some of those parts that get flagged, like heat exchangers and stuff like that. But no, nothing special. So easy to bring in a game. CPU wise, really low on CPU too. In fact, this is core 1, and we should be able to see that in devices here. Yeah, it's just got a main core, no additional CPU blocks whatsoever. It also helps bring down the cost of the build. Got almost 25,000 leftover CPU on top of that. So yeah, just right to the point here. Storage wise, got an ammo controller at 56K. Looks like this one's 56, 16, 46, another 46, another 16. And other than that, Pentaxa tank, large fridge. So yeah, a decent amount of storage, kind of broken up into smaller chunks of storage. So I'd say if you add them all together, around a 320, somewhere in there. Maybe a little less than that. But very, very cool. Again, it's very low cost build here too. If you take a look at it too, like none of the thrusters are big, crazy thrusters that would be expensive. The weapons on here are not very expensive. Really wild looking interior again too. Yeah, very, very nice. One last thing I just want to take a look at. I'm not sure if it has. Oh, it does have a shield in it. 13,583 for a shield. So it does have that in the price. Just wanted to see if it had a warp drive in there too. And it does. Standard warp drive in the build as well. So yeah, it kind of is like a starter CV. For the hangar and production, yeah, it's wow. It really is. I like cost. Is as exotic as it looks. It is more or less a starter CV with a big old pass-through hangar with a top-down entry as well. Very cool. So again, this is the Zagor X-14 cargo ship by Zertelli. Very, very cool build again. And now that is officially all the builds this week. Again, apologize for kind of that was supposed to be the third one I looked at, and I sort of just went right by it. Oh, and there's another one. Oh my God, I suck. I suck so bad. I laid things out weird this time where I had them all over the place. All right, we got another creation to look at. Another one that I don't even have on my. Yeah, I do. This is the RE2 Lael Province by Empyrion Galactic, and this is obviously a space station. And, wow. I got my whole list all wrong. Well, the timestamps will get us in the right area here, at least for if you're watching the video. Sorry about that again. How did I screw this up here? I'm not even sure. Well, check out this. This looks like a very cool looking space station. I'm not sure if this was meant to be a player base or more of like just a POI type of thing. I'll have to identify that. Obviously, it's got a big solar array on it, so it's going to bring in some energy. Cool looking like spire, downward spire area here. We've got a oh yeah, we got a furnace right there. Looks like our generators, solar capacitor, and stuff kind of going down this particular part. Fuel tanks up in there, oxygen tanks. Very, very nice there. No, this is, I would definitely say this is a player base. It's got way too much utility on it to be just a POI, I would say. Just kind of looking around in the room here. I got to get on board here yet, too. Maybe we do that up at the top side. It's a cool looking walk path going around here. It's kind of got like parking spots for like, I don't know, like space cars or something, or you know, your smaller SVs and things like that kind of park up around here. And it's got a restaurant on the top. Yeah, so this part looks like a POI, but the floor down below there looks like it's like a player base. Really cool look here. Yeah, I like that that balcony and how this is done with the projected LCDs there for parking spots and things like that. Angled walk paths in. Antennas up on the top. We got a glass roof. And a really cool LCD like daisy flower or something like that. That's probably, or maybe it's, I don't know my flower names. Maybe that's the name of that kind of flower. That could be. I really don't know. But all right, let's get inside here and check this out. Oh, I like the look in here. It kind of reminds me of like one of them like old school diner kind of places. With yeah, it does. It's yeah, pretty realistic looking here. I like the menu, the graphics on the menu with the burger and the fries and the probably a drink. So we poutine. I don't even know what that is. A pogo. I know what the hamburger is. That's probably what I get because I'm not sure what a hot dog vapor. Oh, it's probably just, yeah. It probably goes with the whole yeah, the theme there. So we got some Groots in here too. Again, this looks really cool the way. Oh, we got a bit of a checkered floor down here too, don't we? Oh yeah, yep, perfect. That looks really cool. This around the booths here, that looks spot on there. And we got our kitchen on the other side. Got some more places to sit and chill. O2 bathroom in the corner. In that corner, we got over here. Oh, way out. Okay. Let's get into the kitchen. Got our fridge, food processors, and another fridge. Got a walk through on the kitchen. Glass ceiling up there. Yeah, that's neat. That is neat. So you got a restaurant, but beyond just a restaurant, it's also got a production base going on down here. So we got a what is that? 1, 2, 3. So what? 27 grow plots over on that side. 2 small constructors there. Advanced constructor, deconstructor. A little bit more room over here, probably for some more things. Technically, you could probably fit almost another grow plot area there if you wanted to. Oh, we got it. Oh, box. Okay. For a second, I thought that was a blast door or something like that. Yeah, very cool. Utility over here. It looks like this is, since one of the parts is kind of left out here, it's kind of like thinking that it's going to be pretty tight on CPU as well. Pretty low on CPU, I mean. And that's it. Yeah, we just go, the elevator just goes down to this point. Beyond here was the outside, like, spire with a lot of parts on there. We do have some upgrade part locations listed in here as well. Yeah, it looks really cool. Very nice looking build there. Like the extra touches too. Like that's interior here looks very authentic. Like the flower and the all the LCD work going on in here too. Very nice, very nice. That's a pretty big barrage of solar panels too. I don't think it's quite maxed out for solar panels. But definitely hitting, what, 16 solar panels on here? All right, let's look at some numbers. So, unlock level 12, complexity 2, 5 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks, 1 hour and 56-minute build time. Really easy stuff to acquire to get this going. So, yeah, not much of anything going on there. CPU wise, maybe this is does have a CPU block in it. I gotta look. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. So it's using 109,000 CPU out of 140 that it's slated for. Let me. So maybe this is a Core 3. 2 basic CPU cores in it only. Quite a few P menu options. No shield. Wouldn't expect it to have a shield though. I wouldn't put a shield on here either. Yeah, very cool. It just reached the point. Storage wise, oh wow, it's got 2 640s, and other than that, I believe these are boxes. Ammo box probably right there. Nope, ammo box actually is right there. This is just a different box. Armor and boosters box there. Yeah, 2 640s. So you got like your input, your output. Nice, neat, and orderly. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Again, this is the obvious names right there, but the Lael Province by Procyon Lotzer. Very cool build. Definitely the whole like diner type of restaurant up top there. That looks awesome. Plus, you still have your production bay down below there, and solar operated and all that fun stuff. All right, so now that is officially all the builds for today. Wow, I for some reason I had more than I thought I did. I was kind of looking around a little bit, and yeah, I grabbed a couple others, and then I looked at my list, and it only showed 7 builds, but there's actually 8 here. So sorry about that. But anyway, awesome builds. And other than that, you all have yourself an excellent weekend, and I will talk to you later.